Unfortunately, McMansions are often filled with domestic abuse. So I've written the Residential Lemon Initiative, which is, I would like to apologize for the very middle class tone of the video to follow. And also, a note, when I say I have written, I was being very loose. I meant to say I am riffing. I meant to do away with these, you know, more expensive and more cheap homes that are no investment at all. Make them have a little standard so that if you want to build a fancy house, you got to make it actually fancy, basically, so that people enjoy being there and have a nice time living there. Um, my main focus is on reducing domestic abuse. So I'm going to take something that sounds a little bit out of left field, the windows. I know it sounds real specific, but the building regulations around windows, I think, could be made so that windows act like doors in an emergency, non-destructively, in two axes, just like the Germans do. They open this way, they open that way. You can step out comfortably if it's big enough, and we'll regulate that they got to be a certain size. There got to be a certain number of them, and anything that's on the ground floor has to be a good egress, an emergency exit, because there are. If you've heard of the famous triangle shirtwaist uh, factory, there's a lot more people than that dying due to somebody in their home who's hurting them, you know. And I think that if we can make emergency exits everywhere in this town or state, we'll see, in all new construction over a certain, when conditions are met, it'll be good. And I guess I could go on with the details. I also want to do something with the locks to be able to. In Oregon, you can write a citizen initiative. If you're a citizen and you roll high enough initiative, you can always get away, get somewhere safe. That's it. It's a emergency exit law. Maybe we'll call it the emergency exit. I don't know what we'll call it. I haven't come up with something good. But basically, I think that if you change some of the regulations around small things like doors, locks on doors, windows and doors, and their functionality, uh, we could do some surprisingly large amounts of good. Because if you can give people just a little bit of power when they have none, they can do great things.